Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Marilyn Valderrama, your professional overthinker. Dissect everything. Happens to me on a daily basis. I'm starting conversations with a cup of coffee today. I brought a lovely friend of mine that I've known for, how long have we known each other?
20-something years.
Oh my God, yeah. This is Lisa Raphael.
Hola.
Ew. Okay, why are you making this awkward?
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Lisa.
Yes, ma'am.
When I thought of you coming in to talk to me today, I was literally thinking that. I'm like, how long have I known Lisa? And everybody asks me that question every time people meet you. So, what was the first impression of me when you met me? And wait, and when did it change?
That's dangerous. No, it didn't ever change. I just always thought you were a badass. You just didn't. You gave 0 F's, as they say. And you were just always protective of your group of friends. And I like that. So, especially because of the environment we were in, it was hard to, trust people and make friends. And you were just like, get out.
Just like that.
Yeah, and you're still like that, so you haven't changed.
No, nothing has changed very
No.
much. But we have known each other. I think I have a lot of people that constantly ask me every time they meet you, how did you guys click? Because originally, actually, she was friends with my brother first.
Yeah.
So, and then she met me, and she was like, she's best.
She's better than the other. She's better than the other guy.
She's better than this guy. But what is something about us that people won't believe in our friendship?
If you just try and be close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right there. You don't need to be on it, but just a little closer.
My producer.
Ask me that one more time.
So, what is something that about us that people would think it's not real?
Okay, well, first of all, our phone conversations are pretty stupid. I mean, we could just sit there and breathe or just say nothing. Maybe the fact that I'm Christian's godmother. I don't know. Do people believe that?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they believe? So technically, you met Christian when he was 3 years old, and you want to share how you met him?
Yes, Christian, your son. We were in Miami at a bar for New Year's Eve, and he was in a full 3-piece suit and a diaper. He was 2 or something? 3. And he was just standing on top of the bench, just
Doing that.
Can you hear that? He was just bouncing up and down, dancing. And I'm like, there's a baby in a bar. Yeah. Okay, that's where I met him. It's like,
I just remember you being surrounded by all these beautiful women.
Yeah.
She was up in the bar.
Yeah.
She had all these beautiful model girls and dancing. And it was a New Year's Eve party. My brother was hosting in Miami, and it was the best time ever because he got to bring the entire family, which was such a big deal for all of us to have flown out there together. And because I was newly mom, my son was only 3 years old. I was like, oh, but I have a toddler. What do we do? And then it's my brother being who he is. Bram, let's all go. And he hosted that party, and I remember everybody looking at us like, what's happening? There's a baby in the club. But it wasn't that type. It sounds so awful.
No, but it was that. Come on. No. It was that type of club. Don't even play it down.
Hold on a second. But it was
No.
When you talk about it like that.
I was dancing on the back of the bar with a Wayans brother and another brother and this and that. It was crazy.
The party in Miami, and my 3-year-old was just the center of attention.
Yeah.
And it was actually really fun.
I wasn't even going to go.
My dad was there. My mom was there. My sister was there. We had family there. I just want to say that my son was never not.
He wasn't drinking, okay?
He's not drinking. That's not when the drinking started.
No.
I'm kidding.
Oops.
He's probably listening.
He's probably listening.
Mom.
Sorry, Chris.
Also, he's a lot older now, by the way.
Yeah.
So I can say that. I can joke about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first impression of you was just you were so fun. You were so wonderful. And it was, I don't know, there was something about it that we both clicked. And she asked me, we talked, and she asked me, where do you live? And I was like, I live in LA. And she's like, I live in LA. And then it's wait, how long have you known my brother? And she was telling me for this long, and we used to do this. And then I was like, we've never met before. And ever since then, we've been friends since, 2003.
Yeah.
And Lisa is my son's godmother, as we mentioned before. This is a true story.
Yeah. And like I was saying too, I almost never met you because I almost did not go to that party.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have probably eventually met you.
Yeah.
Because of him, of your brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a left turn that I took instead of the right turn, and here we are today.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I also feel like I think like what it would have been like if we both would have met like in high school. So which one of us do you think was like the bad influence in high school? If we would have been like in high school together.
You would have been the bad influence.
No. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Well, see, I was a jock and I played sports and I was friends with everybody. It didn't matter who you were. Like I stood up for anybody who was called a nerd or somebody who was not, your average normal person or a jock or whatever. So I had groups of friends in every clique. Wow. So I was just, outgoing.
Not me. I barely spoke English, so I was just more like safe with people that spoke my same language. Meanwhile, ESL classes and everything. So we were just learning to get a grasp of the English language. But we were doing pretty good. I think people were understanding what I was saying. So I had a few friends. I didn't have like a big group of friends, but I don't think I was a bad influence. I think I was a very I don't know. I think I just, you know what it was? I'm a middle child, everyone. I'm a middle child. I think I wanted attention 24/7 when I was
weirdo.
A little bit. And I think I was still trying to find who I was. Mm-hmm. So I would go with the crowd a lot. I think that's something that, when you lose yourself a little bit. So I was trying to be a little bit of everyone to kind of fit in. And I look back at that and it's just like, oh my God, I really was trying to I wanted to be a skater girl because all the skater boys were so hot. And I wanted to be, I started wearing a lot of black clothes because like the goth group were kind of cool too. And they had some cute guys there too. And then you had like the football players, the cheerleaders and all those things. And I had I did have like one or few acquaintances from certain groups, but I think I never knew who I truly was in high school. And I think a lot of us lose ourselves growing up as well. Like I don't think you ever really find out who you are until way later in your life.
Well, I had a different experience because for me, I was bad in the sense that I was the class clown. So I was always trying to get that attention and making people laugh and probably the most inappropriate times. So I would get in trouble a lot for that. But I was also trying to mask who I was, and I just wanted people to notice me for my sense of humor. Right. So that's what I elevated constantly. But I was also around the industry, the television industry, when I was younger and knew a lot of people in that industry. So it was I always knew people who were outgoing and open and just, not a different level, but you know how people treat celebrities. And they put them on a pedestal when they shouldn't. They're people just like us. Mm-hmm. So I kind of learned to be around that group of people at a young age, and it didn't affect me in any way other than those are my friends.
Right.
So it was about just growing up, putting a mask on, making people laugh, and pretending nothing else was going on in the background.
Putting a mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had several of those.
Did you?
Oh my God.
When did you learn how to really speak English?
I still don't know it.
You were talking to me today and I go, what the hell did you just say? Twice. You did that twice to me today.
I'm not even kidding. It sounds really funny, but it's true. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, did I say that right? And people around me have learned to just adjust with it. So they just kind of guess that I said something and they just nod and okay. That's it.
Well, I mean, I don't want to agree to something weird.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think my full English sentence was with this awesome transfer student. She was from Korea, came into our, was it algebra? I hate algebra. I hated algebra.
Same.
But she was just such a genius. And they sat her next to me. And I was confused with certain numbers. And for some, that was the first time like I turned around, I had to ask her for help, and she was super new, and she was also learning the language, so she had an accent herself. So I turned around and I asked her a question. I think I don't remember what my full sentence was, but I just remember being very proud because she understood.
That's hilarious.
She helped me, like, get down to the problem, and like she dissected, and then immediately I have forgotten already, and I never remembered it again.
Wow.
Yeah, I know I was really bad at math. I'm still bad at math.
I used to get my butt kicked by my dad every report card over math.
Oh my God, my parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents, oh my God, I have a funny story. So when we moved out here, in the report cards, back in the day, guys, in the 90s and 2000s, 80s, for Lisa.
I'm very old, everyone.
Oh my God.
Regardless of how
You're not
beautiful
old.
I am.
You're not old. You're evolved.
I'm evolved. This is real right here.
Yeah, it looks good. I know I have a funny story. So our report cards, there was like A, B, C, D's, right? Is that still a thing? Because I haven't been in school
Or
for a long
F.
time. Or F, right? But next to it, you have like the
Comments?
performance, excellence, and things like that. So you would get an E for excellent. And I remember coming home with our report cards and showing to my dad who swore he understood everything, still till this day doesn't know or understands anything. But he's awesome. I love my dad. But it's true. So he looked at our report cards, and I remember just having a C, and I was just like, oh, and I was like so nervous, thinking like, oh my God, he's gonna go crazy over the C. And no, he was like, why do you have an E? Why is this E here? And he was so mad. He was ready to whoop our asses.
Wow.
And he's like, why is this E? And I was like, what do you mean E? And then he was like, here, why is this E? And I'm like, it means excellent.
Excelente.
I was like, excelente, papa. And then he thought we were lying, and I got grounded anyway.
Wow.
Because I was excellent at school.
No, see, I was not. There was no E's on mine. Nope. And my first language is Arabic. It's not even English. And I was born and raised in Los Angeles. So,
but that's amazing that nobody can really say that anymore.
Yeah. Even but some of my cousins don't even speak it. But I learned that, and then I learned how to speak English watching cartoons. Oh. So I was like, "Bidee, bidee, bidee." That's all, folks. That's like I would say things. It's not even. I'm dead serious.
Until this day, she uses that to start every sentence.
You rascal, you wabbit. And I do the voice too. So it was like, but yeah, I literally learned how to speak watching TV. And then it came out perfectly. And I still speak Arabic, and I speak it with, the perfect accent. And I was always jealous of my friends who had accents because I never had an accent. I could speak Arabic in the perfect accent and English in perfect English.
Again, that's something not everybody can say.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I can imitate my mom, and I can imitate Egyptian people, which is not cute when trying to speak English. So it is not very cute at all.
No, stop.
Oh, sorry. I can do that. I'm Egyptian. Okay? I'm not culturally appropriating anyone. Okay? I'm Egyptian and a quarter Italian, so I can make fun of Italians too.
What? Oh.
I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, pasta, pizza.
You're such a nerd.
But yeah, I wish they would have taught me Italian, but I never learned it.
That would have been cool. I would have been like, my friend can speak so many languages.
I know. In my head, I can.
I mean, not out loud, but whatever.
Spanish, I can understand,
Yeah,
but I don't try to speak it.
Every time you come over, my dad wants to feed her. It's like, gracias.
I only speak to you in Selena songs. Como la flor.
This is true. Como la flor. And you sing them so well, a lot better than on.
No. Okay.
Oh my God. Speaking of songs, what's this is a good one. What's a song that instantly puts you in, your teenage mindset?
Any 80s song, really, because I grew up in the 80s. And I loved Prince and Madonna and all those cliche people, but I also loved like new wave. And like my dad's favorite song, "You Come From a Land Down Under." And I actually, that's back in the day when they used to have liner notes and the lyrics. So you would sit there,
That's right.
and you'd open your cassette, and you'd look at the lyrics, and you'd learn, and you'd like, what the hell does manda plunda shunda down under? What the hell does that crap mean? Okay, my Vegemite sandwich. What is that?
That's another way to learn English,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
You have to go to your encyclopedia to look up what is a Vegemite sandwich because Google didn't exist. So it was that, and it was just so fun. And I listened to Menudo.
Oh my God. In Spanish. Wait,
Yes.
if anybody doesn't know, Menudo was like back in the day. It was
Puerto
a boy
Rican.
band. It's one of those boy bands. But yeah, she knew every song too. She was a fan.
Ray was my favorite. And then I think I just wanted to be one of them.
Oh.
I like learned all the dances. It's like, I could do a whole day. So yeah, that was weird. People thought it was weird. They're like, you're not like even Spanish or Mexican or anything. And I'm like, so?
But honestly, I got to say something about that because it's like, I am so relieved now. Maybe back in the day for everybody, it's like, that's weird. But now it's like in this world, like all the music is so international and everybody's welcoming every genre and especially every country type of music. And I mean, reggaeton, when did that sneak in? Like, you know, like there's so many like dynamics of that and people actually like trying to sing it and people that don't speak Spanish going to the concerts. K-pop is a huge thing now that everybody was like, they used to make fun of me because I was a fan back in the day. Who's
Back in the day? No, you're still a fan.
Listen, I am. But back
okay.
in the
Back in the day, we were making fun of
Back
you.
in the day, I would make fun. People would make fun. It's like, oh, they're singing in Korean, and they would look at me and stuff, and he was like, "What are they saying?" Like thinking that it was
Who
a
got
funny
you
thing.
tickets? Who got you tickets?
So we,
Thank you.
she needs to get credit for everything.
I have to get credit.
My gosh.
Credit's due. Okay.
So my sister and I always been huge fans of K-pop, like way before it was a huge in the US. And yeah, we used to make fun of, like, people used to be like, oh, so do you guys understand what they're saying? And it's like, do you understand that music is universal and then a vibe and a feeling? It's like when you hear some sort of like written music that just kind of touches your heart, it doesn't matter. We all speak the same language when it comes to music, I feel.
But you actually learned some Korean.
Yeah, and I
words,
started, and then to be truthful, we did started like Korean lessons because I really wanted to know what they were saying, and then I really wanted to sing along. And at that, I think it's like they have such beautiful songs. They have such a beautiful meaning to their songs. It's like the real romantic, like how it used to be back in the day, like Whitney Houston type of music, like that. Like it, everything had like a meaning of the song, and you know, it wasn't always like booty, 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 shaking, shaking, shaking. It's like
It's my favorite song right there.
I know it is.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So,
Well, I did it. I knew every word, but phonetically. But also Spanish is easy because it's American letters, so you can kind of follow. And then I started to teach myself what they were saying, and I was like, oh, okay.
this is going well.
Yeah. And then we had like New Kids on the Block and all those other, boy bands that started up, and
I mean, the whole
Feminine
boy
sync.
I think the most like famous boy bands right now are like the K-pop groups.
Yeah.
The boy bands.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't like been another huge boy band since which one? Did you say 90s?
I mean, I just want
NSYNC
NSYNC to come back. That's all.
You imagine us?
I've tried.
Do you imagine us in that concert? Oh my God.
I've tried to ask, but it didn't happen.
So my other question for you would
Oh,
be,
boy.
this is going to be fun. What's something we used to do that would get us instantly canceled right now?
Oh my God. Do we want to get canceled right now? Is that what we're going
That
for
we
here?
would. That we would. This is something that back in the day. That's not. Watch what you say.
I mean, we used to make a lot of, I don't know, there was a lot of weird sexual stuff that we wouldn't do now. Like jokes, not like we were doing weird sexual stuff. Maybe you or I wasn't.
Where was this going?
I mean, listen, I went up to a
Subject
friend.
changed so fast.
Hold on. I went up to a friend of ours in a bar who was married to somebody famous at the time. And we were both drunk. And I just literally said the most inappropriate thing to him about having sex with his wife, him having sex with his wife. And we both just laughed. And I could never imagine saying that to somebody right now. Even if, and I'm using I was drunk as an excuse, but I knew what I was doing. So, That probably would get us
I feel like
canceled.
you always know what you're doing.
I know.
You pretend like you don't. You're a liar.
I know. But I wasn't there. Yes, you were. It came out of your mouth.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah. I mean, we were pretty tame. I think we were kind people.
Yeah.
So I don't think besides like, making inappropriate jokes or stuff like that
Yeah.
you wouldn't do now. But we'd still do it with each other, but not on the podcast.
But not a lot of people understand certain humor, like especially when you have a longtime friend. Obviously, it's like that thing. What do you have? Like inside jokes, like your thing, your song, thing that you joke about that people would never get. But
well, people are overly sensitive now. Like comedy is not what it used to be. I mean, I did stand up for 3 years, and it wasn't anything like this. It was very like I could say whatever the hell I wanted on stage and it wouldn't matter. But now it's a totally different game. So
I think the main thing is like it's hard to say. People get they're sensitive of what words can I use? Like it's just they're not oversensitive because I feel like you feel what you need to feel. I'm all about that. But they get offended very easily. And there's certain things that, you have every reason to be offended about. But also, we're lacking more sense of humor, and we're lacking a lot more kindness. And you're right. We have certain people that don't mean very well. But then you have certain people that
do.
Yeah.
But see, it's like it's almost a thing where if you're a comedian, you're pretty much expected to do that.
Yeah.
But in real world, like going up to somebody and doing a comedy bit is probably not advisable. I don't know. Like you shouldn't make a joke in somebody's race or whatever.
Sure.
But it's people do think that they could say whatever they want now without a filter and without being kind. We have lost kindness. So
a lot. Like
that's the scary part.
And then everybody's walking around very angry nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody's really angry.
Oh, yeah. I got chased the other day in a car by another car. Yeah. He cut me off and then he started to chase me.
What?
Yeah. And so we both stopped in the middle of the street.
Of the red light, that awkward moment.
No, the light was green. He stopped and I stopped because he was following me because he went around and I just looked at him and I go, what are you doing? What are you going to accomplish? What are you trying to do? What's your point?
Right.
And he just took off.
Oh, he wanted a race.
I don't know what this guy was doing, but people do that. And some people have guns and it's like,
Yeah.
you can't.
And they're not afraid to just pull it out to just like show you, look at my big gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a shame.
But I do think we were very tame and cool. And I think that we have a different perspective in life, so to speak, because I think we lived a lot of life at a very young age.
Yeah.
So it made us more worldly and more sensitive and what is it? Empathic?
Empathetic.
Empathetic.
Am I really correcting you with English?
Yeah, you are.
Well, I feel very accomplished today.
What do you call this thing? Right
Cafecito.
now? Okay.
Look at me using the big words.
Let's write this down so we remember it for the rest of our lives.
But you're right. Kindness is definitely...
It's at an all-time shortage. That's why I built a bus and I'm going to go live in the woods.
That's another thing. Lisa, please tell us about that because it's the most fantastic thing in the world. She actually bought a school bus, and she remodeled it. She redid everything, and now it's her home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to live with people anymore.
I mean,
we all know in LA, you have to have a roommate and I have to have a house because of my art. So I need a space to work in. So I had no choice but to have roommates. And there's not a single normal person left in Los Angeles, minus maybe one person that I lived with that was amazing. And she knows who she is, Jen, if she ever hears this. But everybody else had like a screw loose.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Alfred he wasn't bad. Although my mom did walk in on him naked.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my mom.
Poor Alfred. I don't know who was more scared, Alfred or your mom?
I think they were both scared. And then she accused me of sleeping with him. So it was an amazing story. My mom was going through chemo. Unfortunately, she's okay now. She's in remission. But there's this thing called chemo brain where you hallucinate and you like see things. So she gets up in the middle of the night, opens my roommate's door, and I didn't know this because I was asleep. And then she comes into my room, and I hear my name being said. And I open my eyes, and it's dark, and I have my 2 pugs next to me, and I see this little person standing next to my bed going, Lisa, Lisa. And I go, Mom, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she goes, I know what you're doing. And I looked at her and I go, sleeping? And she goes, you're sleeping with him and you're both naked. And I'm like, what? And then I go, Mom, come on, let's go back to bed. So I take her back and I put her to bed. And then I wake up both roommates and I go, or no, I actually text them both and I go, what the hell's going on? Did something happen with my mom? And Alfred said, yeah, she walked in on me while I was naked, and let's just say he was doing something else. And he goes, I dropped to the ground, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, lock your door. What's wrong with you?
I wonder how many people have that ever happened to. You walked into the wrong room or innocently.
Yeah.
And you saw something that you weren't supposed to.
Well, she somehow associated that to him being naked with me. And I was just like, no
and
chance in
you
hell.
were never in the room.
Never in the room. Never in the room. So, roommates. Yeah. So I built a school bus out of a 38. What did I do? I renovated a school bus into like an RV type thing.
Yeah.
So I can be alone and not live with roommates.
Yeah.
No, it's
and
just,
she can travel anywhere she wants and takes her home with her.
Yep.
Which is pretty amazing.
because traveling makes me nervous and I want to just be home.
Yeah.
So this is my home with me everywhere I go. It hasn't happened yet. I live in it now, but I haven't traveled in it yet. So
nice.
Hopefully that'll happen soon. And I'll make you go with me. You're supposed to buy a Jeep and put a thing on the back of it.
I'm supposed to do so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's LA. It's going to take a minute.
Well, you better hurry. The zombie apocalypse is coming, so.
I'd say 5 or 10 more.
5 or 10 more?
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody has a story of your childhood growing up. And I know you had a tough time with your parents growing up. And I had my share of tough times. But what was your most dramatic running away plan?
Well, I actually did run away.
Yeah.
It wasn't dramatic until it was dramatic because I worked for Warner Brothers at the time and I was doing a lot of overnights with productions and stuff. So I lived with my parents. I was 21 and I was kind of done living with them. And in my culture, you don't move out unless you're married or you're dead.
Same.
So,
I mean, that changed a lot through the years, but yeah.
Yeah. And my dad was super you asked me why I wasn't bad in high school. I was terrified of my dad. His Italian temper and mixed with the Middle Eastern, not good. So I basically got an apartment in Hollywood. It was on the corner of Hollywood and La Brea, which at that time was terrible. Like Hollywood was run down. There were prostitutes everywhere, people shooting each other. I mean, it was insane.
Wow.
So, but it was close to Warner Brothers. So I was like, I'm going to move here. So I'd come home all the time still and just move my stuff out very slowly.
They didn't know?
No clue.
Stop.
No clue. Not for 3 months until I finally I get a page on my pager, a beep on my pager.
We were so cool having pagers back in the day.
I had to stop, find a payphone, call my mom. What's up, Mom? We know about you. And I'm like, what do you know about me, Mom? She goes, your dad, he found out everything. And I'm like crapping myself, like, which bad thing do they know about?
There's so many.
I can't give myself away. So I have to get it out of her.
Oh my God.
So she finally says, yeah, your dad found your address. We know you moved. And I was like, that's the easiest thing I can get away with. Yeah. So
imagine that.
he found my address. I don't know how till this day. He's gone. He's in heaven now. And I still don't know. But he went to my apartment, saw my name on the mailbox, and he was like, you're coming back home. And I'm like, damn right I am. And I never went back home. And my dad is like the ogre of the whole, everybody's scared of him.
Wow.
So nobody understood how the hell I did that and how I got away with it. I mean, what was he going to do? Take me over his knee and smack me? I was 21. He couldn't do anything about it.
I mean, knowing our parents, our culture, they would still do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, probably. Especially my dad with his nice ring finger across the face.
Yo, put more rings.
I need
Let's
therapy. Dang it. Damn, my therapy session was yesterday. It should have been tomorrow so I could get past this conversation.
This is therapy.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
This is therapy. You should feel good that you can talk about it and
I
laugh
do.
about it.
No, I mean, listen, my dad was a hard ass, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think I would have turned out the way that I am.
Same. I think
Without
that being strict with us has helped us. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think we should be scared of our parents. I think that's the one thing that they kind of missed instead of like, giving us fear. But I do think that a lot of the ways that they use projecting their own childhood and their own upbringing with their parents, like to us, definitely helped us be a little more like, I don't know. I'm not going to say normal. We're not normal, but better, kinder people, maybe because we wanted to be better. And at some point, it's true. We sometimes don't want to be like our parents, but there's so much to thank them about. Because I feel like I'm such a caretaker. I am such a I'll be there. I show up for everyone, like regardless of how we are feeling towards each other, even if it's awkward with my family, if I'm having beef with my own siblings and things like that. There is not one day, there's not one event, birthday or something that we do not show up for each other. So that's the one thing that I am thankful for, that we have, my sister, my brother, and I, we always show up. And if we can't, we let you know that we wanted to, and we always communicate that, which by the way, it took some work, but we did it. But I love that. I love that. I love that the strictness, pass it on to make us a better people and better parents even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you turn out great despite your shortcomings as a little person.
Little person.
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Is it over? I don't want it to be.
Well, okay, it's not over.
I thought of a fun idea.
Tell me.
Each of you have to recite an email to your therapist.
Oh, I love that.
Like you're just something that's in your mind, like what you gotta go through chest to your therapist.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're just talking about therapy.
Yeah. Perfect.
We're gonna do a little bit. We're testing it out, however you want to say it.
Okay. Well, since this was also kind of your therapy session and you did it yesterday and today, let's say that you did. Let's play a little game. Recite me an email that you would write to your therapist. I'll do the same for you.
I don't have to pay you, do I?
Maybe.
Okay. Gosh. Okay, so let me think about this. So there's a couple things. It's like, Dear Margot, that's her name. I don't know what to do. My mom fell for the third time in the facility. I want to shoot everybody. I don't know how to deal with this. Do I have to go live in the facility with her to make sure she's okay? And by the way, just to let you know, I'm still going to make my roommate famous for hurting my dog. Thank you very much.
She'd be so worried. I feel like she's
That is literally what we talk about. I am still going to make that bitch famous for hurting my 15-pound Frenchie. We can talk about that story on another episode, but thank you, Margot. I love you, because I always do tell her I love you. And my friends are all great. I always tell her my friends are great. They're supportive.
That's so sweet.
Okay, what's your...
It's not.
We're gonna have to cut the shooting part.
Oh, okay. You can bleep it out.
Don't want anyone coming for you.
No.
Oh my gosh. So good. Oh my God, mine will start. Something took me off too. Oh my God, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to say it because you told me to just speak up and don't be embarrassed of the little things that bother me, and that I should always be able to talk to you. And I'm already prolonging this and talking too much without telling you what's going on. So I just want to let you know that I did an Instacart order, and I was so pissed off because I put the damn order at 11 a.m. in the morning, and it said that it was going to be delivered at 12:45 the latest, and I put priority on it. And I really needed this chicken because my dog doesn't want to eat anything else, and I really needed it. And I had to run so many errands that day, and I didn't have time to go pick it up. And then my dog doesn't want to take the medication, so it's making me very anxious. And guess what happened? It said that it had gotten all the stuff from the cart, that it had everything, and then it was going to get to me soon. And it turns out that this guy tells me, oh, I had to reschedule it via DM in the Instacart app. And I was just like, what do you mean? It says that you were supposed to come over here. And then he said, yeah, no, there was something wrong with the cashier. And I was like, what do you mean if it already's been paid for? Anyway, I think I overreacted, but I think I didn't. But I'm really pissed because I needed this chicken like right away. And it's 5 o'clock and I still haven't gotten my Instacart. Am I overreacting or am I going to be okay?
Your therapist is making really good money. That's all I have to say.
I know this is a true story.
And she didn't breathe once through that whole story.
Because I meant it.
Oh my God.
If Lisa knows something about me is that when I speak up.
Hey, but listen, if our dogs can't eat their normal food, then they get the bubble gut, and we don't want bubble gut.
We don't want bubble gut. I need that chicken.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I ended up getting the chicken. Thanks
that
to my
you
sister.
should get some money back from Instacart.
Yeah, they said that they were gonna give me
credit
or
at least $100.
And then they sent me an email. Hi, how did we do? Oh, really?
Let me tell you.
Wait, I'll stand by. My therapist will reply soon.
One.
How did I do? I'm like,
gee, don't you love that when they say that? How did I do? Especially after they screwed you.
Oh no! And then they're like, "How did your delivery person perform?" And I'm like, "You read? There's only a few stars. I can't write an essay because I have things to say."
I wish she would have performed a jig to make me happy after you screwed me.
But okay, Lisa, thank you. This was so fun.
I love you.
Totally therapy. I love you so much.
You too.
You're my best friend. You're my best friend. Okay. We're stupid.
Cheers.
Cheers. And thank you everybody for listening to this chaos. And I don't know, maybe there was a little turbulence starting up, but it was awkward to talk to your best friend for a minute. It just got really fun after though. I hope you join us for the next time. And thank you so much. I'm Marilyn Valderrama.
And I'm Lisa Raphael.
And this is Cafecito Catch Up.